What is up, everybody, and welcome to another exclusive interview. My name is Scott Mitchell, and today I am joined by the most successful man in pro wrestling, the most successful man in the NWA. It's him, Carson B. Drake. How are you doing today, Carson?
I can't have a bad day.
I love it. And it looks like you're going to have a lot of good days coming up because I want to jump right into it. On Saturday, July 25th, you will be defending or you will be challenging for the NWA Worlds Heavyweight Championship against Silas Mason in a match that you demanded and it was accepted. Somehow through the grapevine, you got this match coming your way now. What is your,
Somehow.
yeah, what is your mindset heading into this
So
one?
first off, it's not a somehow. I have been undefeated in the NWA for the prior 2 years. I'm the only guy in the NWA that has that. So me going after the NWA World title is just what is it called? A bracket order. But yeah, NWA 78, the main event, myself and Silas Mason. It's an honor for him for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, which I should have won last time I wrestled for it with Tom Latimer, but he cheated, and that's fine because Silas Mason is no Tom Latimer.
Oh, yeah. And you spoke about it there too. You haven't been pinned in roughly 2.5 years in the NWA now, so something is going to have to give at this show. Does this add any flair for you entering this match?
Confidence booster, I suppose. I remember the last time Silas got beat. I don't remember who beat him, but I remember when it happened because I was happy about it. But of course, it adds confidence and flair to it because you have a man that's undefeated going up against the current NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Now, granted, I understand that although I don't like him and I don't agree with the way he carries himself or the way he lives his life personally, I can admit the fact that he's a great wrestler. He's a phenomenal wrestler, but a successful man, he is not. This man can carry a belt, but it can't keep his own house from burning down. That's insane.
And this match will be taking place in Philadelphia, which is one of the hotbeds in this country for professional wrestling. What is your mindset on competing again in the historic 2300 arena?
I said it last year, and I think I'm the most consistent person on this. I don't like Philadelphia. I don't like Chicago. I don't like Los Angeles. I hate going to any of these cities, but Philadelphia is disgusting and it's dirty. Now, granted, I'm getting paid a lot of money to go there and wrestle. Come to find out, it's at the 2300 Arena. Phenomenal venue. Some people call it the ECW Arena. I hate that, but it's fine. After I win the title, hopefully we can start working towards not calling it the ECW Arena and we can start calling it maybe the NWA Arena, the Carson B. Drake Arena, the Carson Drake Arena in general. You can take the B out of it. I don't care. But I love it because it's almost establishing that ECW, as terrible as it was, is now kind of going by the wayside and is being replaced by proper wrestling. Me. But I think winning the NWA title in a city like Philadelphia will mean a lot for the status quo of wrestling because right now there's so many people out there. They don't know what they're doing. They're hitting each other with light tubes. They're killing each other. And somebody like me, who I will be the first to say, I don't call myself a wrestler. I am a TV star and I happen to wrestle. And I think it's time we need to start having a change of tides.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I have to ask you too. 1 year ago, NWA 77, you didn't mention New York and cities that you hate. So I like to think you like New York because it's more your style. So maybe I might be wrong.
I don't dislike New York. I don't I don't enjoy traveling there. I much prefer New
That's it.
Jersey, probably.
New Jersey's like the armpit of the world though.
Uh, yeah, but I own a condo there
That's true.
over
It
in
is nice.
it's over by Point Pleasant, so it's not really New Jersey. It's as far out from New Jersey as you
That's
can
not
get.
bad. That's not bad. And you teamed up with Aron Stevens at the event to face off with the Holy Grails, EC3, and PB Smooth. What was this match like for you to competing in Long Island as well?
Competing with Aron is great because he's one of my best friends. He's my mentor. As we all see, day to day, he keeps control of my bookkeeping. He's a manager in and out of the ring, which is phenomenal. But when it comes to in the ring, Aron is one of the best people today, and he doesn't even do it that often. And when wrestling a guy like EC3 and a guy like PD Smooth, who, by the way, I beat, it was phenomenal. It was a great time. What wasn't a great time was seeing somebody like Silas Mason winning the world title while we were there, but that's fine.
Good show, though. It was a really fun show.
Of course, it's a great show. It's the NWA. We are, I don't remember who said it, but we are the rebels in today's professional wrestling landscape. You have everybody doing the exact same thing, but then the NWA comes along and we get the Comet TV deal. I think it's insane that since I've been there, we've gotten the Comet deal. I think it adds up. And then we get a Tubi deal. That's insane. To be or not to be? I'm the question. But we are doing things entirely different than the rest of the wrestling landscape is. And as you can see, we're killing it.
Oh yeah.
And I'm at the forefront of it.
Oh yeah. And I gotta say, as an NWA fan, I'm so happy to see what you're doing. I'm so happy to see what the NWA is doing as a whole because it's some of the most fun, amazing talents around today, yourself included.
I thank you. I was waiting for you to say it. And you know what's crazy is as the alternative that we are, the ticket prices, anybody can afford them. Unfortunately, I do sometimes when I'm out in the ring comment on this, but the people that go to the shows, not a huge fan of them, but it's fine because they can afford tickets. You can get tickets at nwaliveevents.com, and they're cheap enough to where you can bring yourself, your wife, your two ugly kids. You can bring grandma with you if you wanted, and you could still probably afford dinner afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anywhere else that the common person can do that. You know what I mean? A
Yeah.
common person can't even go see a movie anymore.
And then forget about it. You want to go to a Yankee game, a Mets game, or whatever. It's at least
Nobody's going to a
yeah.
Yankees game, but yeah, I get what you mean.
It's at least like a $500 day, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, and that's including tickets, food. NWA is awesome. And the price is amazing. The value you get is amazing because you get like, I think NWA 77 was like 15 matches or so.
yeah.
So it was a lot.
I
They
don't.
were,
I don't even know how many are going to be on NWA 78, but I would go as far to say it's probably upper teens.
yeah, it's gonna be a good show. Looking
It's going to
forward
be a
to that.
phenomenal show and
Yeah.
sold out. As far as I'm aware, right now, I've been told we're already getting close to selling out. So if you still haven't gotten tickets, NWALiveEvents.com, you get tickets for NWA 78. You might as well also get tickets for August 22nd. We've got a double taping in Tampa going on, which I'll be there as well. And obviously, by the fact that I'm wrestling for the world title at 78, you can see me being world champion on August 22nd.
There we go. There we go. And you know what? You will be wrestling Silas Mason, who, in my opinion, is another incredible talent there in his own
He's
right.
okay.
He has grown into a tremendous talent that we've seen from
He
when he first
definitely he
started to
definitely has
now.
grown. He definitely has grown because
Yeah.
10 years ago he was probably 25 and now he's 35. So he's
Yeah.
definitely grown.
I was gonna say, from your point of view, what has it been like to see his growth and get to face him now one on one for that title?
It's been an abhorrent process because he is, how do I phrase this? He's not media trained. He's not. You look at him, his beard's unkept, his hair's unkept. He smells awful. That's real. He he is exactly the person you think he is, and the problem with that is people look up to him. And I don't get it. I walk out, I get booed. I understand why, because there's this weird process where people think that, oh, because he's rich, he's the bad guy, and because I have no money, I hate this guy. But that shouldn't be how it is. People should be aspiring to look up to me and Aron and essentially try to improve themselves, but instead they see a guy like Silas and they go, I resonate with that guy. You know why they resonate with them? Because they're buying tickets. Here's the problem: is Silas sells T-shirts and he draws government checks. I sell tickets and I draw viewers.
Yeah,
That's the fundamental difference. Is he a great wrestler? Again, yes, but a successful man, he is not.
exactly. And you're both. You're successful and you're a great wrestler.
I
So
am a phenomenal wrestler.
there you go.
As we just saw last Saturday on Comet TV, NWA airs at 4 p.m. every Saturday. And as you could probably also see on Tubi Thursdays, I beat what was his name? I beat Richard Adonis.
Adonis, yeah. And this is not going to be your first NWA World Heavyweight Championship match, as you also challenged for the title in 2024 against EC3. What was it like for you to work with him, and what was this match like for you, despite coming up just short?
I like EC3. Me and him have a lot of parallels. I started off at Exodus Pro during one of the NWA tryout camps. Immediately gravitated towards him because he gets it. He was born, I don't want to say with a silver spoon in his mouth, but he was born obviously a little more he was born wealthier than the common person, let's say. So the moment I met him, me and him had a mutual understanding of how to carry ourselves and what to do. Unfortunately, at the time, I may not have been as well versed in ring action as I am now. And that's fine. I think I've wrestled for the NWA title more times than anybody in the NWA over the past 3 years. And every single time, either whether it be EC3, whether it be Tom Latimer, just something outside of my power interferes with the match. And I end up taking the fall for it. But this time it's not going to happen because not only do I have Aron at ringside to watch my back, not only do I have the slime balls backstage, not only do I have Mike Mondo, not only do I have Spencer Slade. I saw Wrecking Ball Legursky trying to get into the group. That's not going to happen. My own cousin, my own flesh and blood Lockjaw Drake is going to be watching my back. So I don't care what outside forces. Every single person in Philadelphia could jump the rail to try to stop me from winning the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And I will still leave Philadelphia with the title. I would bet this Rolex on it. I would bet anything that there's no man on earth that can stop me at NWA 78.
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a phenomenal one, and I can't wait to see it for sure. And you are also no stranger to gold yourself in the NWA, because I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up your NWA World Television Championship reign. You held
Yeah.
that title for 147 days, defeating Max the Impaler back in October 2024. But what was this reign like for you and your real like first reign that put you on the map there?
I hate to say I told you so, but at the time, I remember the first thing I did when I came back through the curtain was say, I told you so. Because so many people thought Carson can't beat Max. He can't get in there with Max and beat Max. But I did. And then I went on what was most likely the best NWA World Television title reign of all time. I defended the belt like 73 times
Yeah,
across the country. I have it written down somewhere. I think 25 some odd states.
that's awesome.
Won all 7 of my matches that I had to do on television. Now, granted, when I cashed it in against Tom, again, as I bring it up constantly, he cheated, which wasn't planning for because Tom doesn't seem like that kind of guy, but he did anyway. That's beside the point. But being NWA World Television Champion was amazing because you have guys like Tully Blanchard who used to have it, guys like Arn Anderson who used to have it, guys like Barry Windham who used to have it, all phenomenal wrestlers. Granted, if had I been around at the time, probably wouldn't have been TV champion. I would have been, but that's fine.
I love that. And you know what? You are following in historic footsteps and you are carving your own path. And that's what I love to see, truthfully.
One thing that blows my mind talking about the footsteps, right? When I become world heavyweight champion, I will undoubtedly be the best world heavyweight champion the NWA's ever had. Now you can say guys like Flair, one of the greatest of all time. Guys like Harley Race, one of the greatest of all time. Guys like Lou Thesz, longest title reign holder of all time. But here's the problem. When you look at sports, if you send, let's pick a guy, LeBron James back to the 80s and 90s, he would have blown everybody out of the water. They would have said, Kobe, who? So here's part of my problem. I know I'm better than them. Had you put me back in the day against a guy like Ric Flair, against a guy like Harley Race, against a guy like Lou Thesz, it's an objective fact that maybe they would have been world champion. But I can promise you, Flair wouldn't have been world champion 16 times. Harley Race wouldn't have been world champion 8 times because this guy would have been.
And you started speaking about it a little bit there. Mike Mondo, Spencer Slade, Lockjaw Drake, the Slime Balls, and Aron Stevens.
The Federation of Champions.
The
We just dropped a new
Federation.
T-shirt.
Yeah, new t-shirt, amazing group. You are a proud member of this group. But what does this group and what does being a part of it mean to you?
It is like-minded individuals who all understand what our role is in the group. Now, I've had people try to stir up controversy. They'll go to Mike Mondo and say, why aren't you going for the world title? They'll go to Slade and say, why aren't you going for the world title? They'll go to the Slime Balls and ask each of them, why aren't they going for the world title? They can. They can if they want to. But here's the thing. Aron is one of the most intelligent minds in professional wrestling today. And he has set a structure to where we are doing as a group, not as what is best for each of us, but what is best for all of us. And what is best for all of us is for Mondo to have the national title, Spencer Slade to be junior heavyweight champion, the Slime Balls to continue holding the U.S. tag titles and soon to have the NWA World titles. Lockjaw, we need to kind of freshen him up a little bit. He's a little out there. It's fine. But for me to be NWA World Champion, we all understand that is what is best for FOC. But you got guys like, you have a guy like Mike Mondo, absolute genius. He's improved my in-ring work incredibly. You have guys like Slade, who pushes all of us to work out better. I look amazing. I'm not going to take my shirt off right now. I'm saving it for 78. You have guys like the Slime Balls. They're there. Aron, again, genius. Lockjaw. He's my cousin, but it's fine.
I like to think the slime balls have warmed you up to them, maybe.
It's a, you have a dog, right?
Yeah.
The dog is annoying sometimes, but unconditionally, when you get home, they're always excited to see you.
That's true. Good.
That's the Slime Balls. They are loyal. They are loyal to a fault.
And you brought your cousin in, Lockjaw Drake, which I know you have some iffy feelings about, but what does it mean for you to work with him in the NWA? And how did this all come about?
So so he is from my mother's side of the family. I live in California. He lives in Wisconsin. Now, in Southern California, we don't get a lot of snow. It's kind of summertime all the time. Right now, it's like a UV of 11. The problem is during the wintertime, what do? My mother's side of the family in Wisconsin, they own a couple cabins up there, so we always go up there. Lockjaw likes wrestling. He's not bad at it. He's actually pretty good at it. He just doesn't talk much, so I never really got to know him all that well. Well, my aunt kind of called me and said, listen, you can keep coming up here, but we need you to help your cousin get into wrestling. I don't dislike him. I like him well enough. He's a cool dude if you get to know him. But that's the gist of it. Gosh, I don't know. I love him. He's great. He's a good guy, but he's weird. But getting to travel and wrestle with family. What else could you want?
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's awesome. And I'd be remiss too if I didn't bring up Aron Stevens personally, because he is somebody who really took you under their wing, showed you the ropes, and really got you to become the best version of Carson B. Drake that I think we've
Yeah.
ever seen. So,
Yeah.
what has it been like for you to work with him on this level and just see that all he's accomplished in his own rights, and he's him still being one of the best minds in all of this sport?
When you have a guy like Aron Stevens, who, again, for those not aware, has done pretty much everything you can do. He's been a champion in NWA. Just talk back to his WWE days, Money in the Bank holder, Mania. I mean, he's done literally everything that you would want to do as a wrestler. So he comes to the NWA, takes over the NWA, wins titles in the NWA. Now he's getting to a point where he's making money to where he doesn't need to wrestle. So what does he do? He finds the next up and coming thing. And he picks me. And I can admit that at first he was probably using me. But so was I. And we can both acknowledge that. But through that, we build a bond, we build a friendship, we build a mentorship. And if there's somebody to look up to, it's a man whose bank account legitimately has 6 to 7 zeros. Not 7 zeros, has 6 zeros. Mine also, sometimes we butt heads about who makes more money and who doesn't, but that's fine. But you have a guy like that who's done it all, and he's able to teach you the proper way to do this. Like I said, I am not a wrestler. I will never claim to be a wrestler. I am a TV star who has learned how to wrestle and absolutely excel at it. And before I even got into professional wrestling, I have an incredible amateur background. So not only can I tie people into a pretzel, I can look really good doing it.
Honestly, and seeing you guys to come together, it's literally a match made in heaven. It really is.
I didn't say it, you said it.
It is true though.
Gosh. And there's dudes with Aron, he reminds me, it's not, a lot of people say it's about the journey, it's not about the finish, right? Me and Aron both agree on the fact that that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I have never gotten on a plane to Boca Raton and said that the plane ride was the fun part of it. Me and him both know the journey doesn't matter. It's about where we're trying to get to. And we're going to get to NWA 78. We are going to win the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And then I am going to blow up the professional wrestling space. And I'm going to clean it up.
I like that. I love that. And looking at the big picture for you, the NWA, one of the most amazing promotions out there today. What does it mean for you to be a part of this promotion?
It means that I'm the best at what I do because I'm in the best spot to do it. Being NWA World Champion is more, I'll admit, is more than just getting more money. That's obviously the best part of it. But being NWA World Champion means that you are the best in professional wrestling. And as much as I hate to say it, Silas Mason at the moment is technically the absolute best in professional wrestling. Now, that doesn't mean you make the most money. It does when I have it. But it doesn't mean that you make the most money. It means that you are the best at your craft. You are the best at putting on, what I want to say. You are the best at putting on a show that anybody and everybody would want to see. There is no person on earth, whether you like wrestling or whether you don't like wrestling, there's nobody that can come to an NWA show and leave and not want to buy another ticket. That's what NWA is about. That's what it's about.
And I can vouch for that too. At the end of NWA 77, I was like, I hope they get back here as soon as possible.
Yeah. NWA 78 is going to be without a doubt. And I will hand to myself say that this will be the best wrestling show this year. I don't care what you put it up against. NWA 78 is going to be the most entertaining, the absolute best. Whether you like technical wrestling, It's going to be the best. You've got Nattie Neidhart against the Kenzies. Technically, it's a triple threat, but they're sisters. You've got, gosh, what else has been announced? I can't even think. There's so many. It's
Dog
it's a
collar.
it's a bang for your buck. The main event is myself against Silas Mason for the NWA World title, what will undoubtedly be the biggest and best match in professional wrestling this year. I can guarantee it. You've got a dog collar match between Daisy Kill and Eric Smalls. I don't like Eric Smalls, but how do you not want to see that?
It's gonna be good.
NWA is putting on the absolute best performances, the best overall shows out of any wrestling company at the moment. And I will die on that hill. Mainly because I'm at the top of that hill.
Love that. And I'd be remiss too if I didn't bring up we are in one of the coolest eras of professional wrestling right now because we have been seeing a little bit of a partnership develop between WWE and NWA. Not so much a partnership, but more of a just working together, like coming together, helping to better every company. Uh, this will continue at NWA 78 as we will
Yes.
see Nattie Neidhart compete in action against Kenzie Page and Kylie Page in a three-way match, but it's going to be more like a handicap match because two sisters. But what is your mindset of just being a part of this whole era and seeing that little, I don't want to call it a partnership exactly, but just working together between two major companies and just seeing a part of it?
I can't talk on a partnership level, but what I can talk on is when somebody like Nattie Neidhart, I would go to far as say the best women's wrestler that WWE has or has had in the past ever. When somebody like that is able to cross over into NWA, it not only makes our women's division better, which I think our NWA's women's division is better than any wrestling women's division ever has been, first off. And I think that's always been one big focus of NWA is the women's wrestling. But when you have somebody like that, it makes them better and it makes the men better. And with somebody like Nattie Neidhart, she's a genius in in-ring wrestling. Last time she was there, I picked up a couple things from her. So when you have someone like that coming in and essentially being allowed to come over, not only does it draw more eyes to the NWA, but it makes the NWA better.
It's amazing. It's really amazing. I'm very happy to see that she's back because she was at the Crockett Cup too, I want to say, right?
She was at the Crockett Cup.
Yeah. So I'm happy to see her back for sure. It's going to be a good match. Going to be a good match for sure. And the NWA made its debut on Comet TV and also now Tubi as well for fans who want
Yep.
to go back and see some older episodes, which I have been doing. Highly recommend it. What does it mean for you to continue to see this growth of the NWA and kind of getting those TV deals, getting those streaming deals as well?
What does it mean to me? I think it means that I'm doing my job. I'm killing it because I think it's no surprise that I'm at the peak of my career so far and we get the Comet TV deal. I'm at the peak of my career so far and we get the Tubi deal. I am made for television. I'm not going to say I'm the entire reason, but I'm definitely a massive reason why we're getting all these TV deals. But also, NWA is the biggest it's ever been. We've got proper TV. We've got Tubi. There's absolutely no reason, no person that can't watch the NWA. And again, let me go back to cost affordability. I don't remember the math, but wrestling is more expensive than ever to watch. You know how much the NWA costs to watch?
Nothing really.
It's free.
Great.
People whose houses could roll away if I moved the brick from the tire could watch the NWA. That's part of what makes it great.
Yeah. And one of my favorite parts of NWA Power has been your podcast, the Carson Drake Experience, which I love. How did this come about?
I wanted to do a podcast. I was watching guys like Chris Van Vliet. I was talking to Chris Van Vliet. I was watching guys like Joe Rogan, and my immediate thought was I could do that, but way better. So I just started doing it, And if you notice, it's a highlight. It is a hot spot every single week of the NWA. I'm not going to say I'm the reason that the Southern Six split up, but I'm kind of part of it. I'm not going to say I'm the reason that Kylie and Kenzie are mad at each other, but I'm kind of the reason for it. We've had Greta on. She didn't talk. I've had Kerry Morton on. Genius of a guy. I've had Alex Taylor on. Don't like him. I had Richard Adonis on last week. Yeah, all right. Wrecking Ball Legursky, probably my least favorite guest, but the prior week I beat him. But the podcast, again, you get to see more of me. So what else could you want?
And that kind of goes into my next question. Fans who might be on the fence about checking it out and not really know how to check it out, now they will. What would you tell fans about why they should tune in and check out the NWA on Comet TV Saturdays at 4 o'clock, which is awesome.
It's a phenomenal time, by the way. So I don't care what kind of wrestling fan you are. I don't, I like wrestling because I make money doing it. But if you're the type of person that likes watching technical wrestling, again, I think it's stupid, but technical wrestling, we have an abundance of it. If you're a person that likes hard hitting wrestling, that's kind of our whole motif. Trevor Murdoch beats people within an inch of their life. I'm glad I haven't gotten to get in the ring with him. If there's nothing that you could like about wrestling that the NWA does not have. And if you're not at least giving it a shot, you're a child not eating vegetables because they look gross.
True.
We have the best of both worlds. Hannah Montana, 2012.
Great callback.
That
And
reminds me of a story, actually. It was me and Miley Cyrus. I can't talk about it. It's fine.
well, it sounds like a very interesting story. I would love to hear it.
It could never air. It can never
Oh.
get leaked. I can't, yeah.
And at Hard Times in June, which I don't believe has aired yet, I might be wrong about that, but you worked with PV Smooth in a singles match. What was this one like for you, and what can fans expect when it finally does air?
What can fans expect? You ever seen Hogan versus Andre? Imagine that, but better. No. PV Smooth, again, phenomenal wrestler. I think he's the biggest guy we have. He's a good looking guy too, and I like him. And he's so close. He's so close, but he's still too focused on what the crowd thinks of him and what the fans think of him versus what's best for your pockets. And that's okay. Because when it airs, you'll see. Maybe I teach him a lesson on how wrestling's really done. I seem to have been doing that quite a bit for the past couple of years. If there's one thing I know how to do, it's teach. And I've been teaching people that you can't beat me.
And looking ahead for you as a whole, do you have any future goals you hope to accomplish while you're in the NWA?
God, yeah. I have there's actually an extension. I'm in my house right now. There's an extension. I want to put a garage. I could probably do that whenever. But a little extra money from the NWA doesn't hurt. Here's the thing. When it comes to wrestling in the NWA, I do enjoy wrestling. I don't need to wrestle. I didn't need to have a job since I was 18 years old. My parents are doing great. I'm not ashamed to admit that my parents are doing great, but they are. And therefore, I'm doing great. I started wrestling because I thought it looked, I don't want to say easy, but I started wrestling because I knew I could do it better than a lot of the people I see doing it. So my goal for this year in 2027, I'm going to be NWA World Champion. Silas can't beat me. I'm going to beat him. And my goal for 2026, 2027 as NWA World Champion is to finally establish a bar. I have been setting the bar in wrestling so high that if you wanted to get over it, you'd have to have a world record pole vault. So once I have the NWA World title and people finally see, oh, that's what the top of the chain looks like, hopefully a bunch of these people in wrestling that frankly shouldn't be in wrestling, and these people who think they're wrestlers, but they're really not, hopefully they come to a conclusion and finally say, oh, maybe I need to pick something else to do. Oh, maybe I should just keep working at McDonald's. But for those of you out there that are good, that do have the goods. Once I'm NWA World Heavyweight Champion, you know where to find me. Every Saturday at 4 p.m., I'm on Comet. Every Thursday, I'm on Tubi.
I love that. And looking at the crop of talent NWA has, it's an amazing group of guys and girls you have there as well. Do you have any future opponents you'd love to square off with in the ring, or you'd like to teach a lesson to in the ring?
Gosh. Trying to think who's there that I haven't already beaten. Personally, not a big fan of Eric Smalls. Emphasis on big. No. Gosh. Who else? I don't want to wrestle anybody. Everybody wants to wrestle me. That's part of the problem. If I had anybody right now that I could wrestle, I'd love to. You know what? When I'm NWA World Champion, I'll wrestle Tom Latimer, and I'll beat Tom Latimer because he got lucky once and he cheated, and that's fine. But anybody can get lucky one time. You can't get lucky twice. Not on me. So probably Tom Latimer, just so I can put him in his place.
That'd be a good one. And it looks like you guys have unfinished business there too.
We
So
absolutely do. Oh, gosh. Yeah.
yeah. And do you have any final message you want to give to anyone watching or reading this and how they can follow you, support you, or just anything you want to tell them?
Gosh. Yes. On Instagram, follow me at Carson_Drake_. I tried giving the guy who had Carson_Drake $10,000. He said no. I think he's messing with me. On Facebook, you can get me at Carson Drake. The profile pictures. Google me. I don't know. Google Carson Drake. Get my merchandise. NationalWrestlingAlliance.com/shop. Get all the t-shirts. Mine are the best, obviously. Get the FOC one. It's a Brady Bunch theme. We love it.
Looks great.
Catch me and the NWA every Saturday at 4 p.m. on Comet TV. You can catch reruns on Tubi. You can watch the entire NWA library on Tubi. Go on YouTube. Look up my stuff. Again, go on Google. Google me. I come up. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Other than that, gosh, if you're not watching NWA, I don't know what you're doing.
Well, Carson, I appreciate your time. I thank you for taking the time out to do this because it's a pleasure to talk to you.
I know. I get told that every time I do a podcast.
Well, it's true. I thank you. You're killing it. So proud of you. I'm just trying to stay on your good side because I know you're going to be the future champ. So.
You know what? And if you want to watch the future champ live, please. NWA 78. Tickets are still being sold. You got August 22nd in Tampa. I love Tampa. August 22nd. Double taping, by the way. Tickets, super cheap. I make a comment every time. I think we should double the price. But they won't. So you can keep coming. You can keep affording the tickets. August 22nd, NWALiveEvents.com. There are more events being announced. You can find the territory list on there as well.
Love that. And I hope to see you guys back in New York one day because that would be
I'm
awesome.
sure we will be.
Yeah.
I'm like King Kong. I can't help but come back.
Oh, yeah. Well, Carson, I appreciate your time. Thank you for taking the time out to do this.
No problem.